Hi, this is Matt with iGo360 Software, and today we're going to give a brief overview of a new feature that's going to be launched this summer that we call electronic agreements. The feature will allow you to upload an agreement form of your choice in Microsoft Word format, include in that certain data fields that will pull in things like the member name and agreement type and whatnot. Allow you to assign those agreements to members on sign up or later, and include a signature block for them to sign, which will capture their signature and save it as a PDF file, as well as email it to the member. So today we're going to cover just briefly how that's going to work, and to give you an idea of what's coming, and see if you have any questions or suggestions at this point that might direct the development of the feature. So here's how it's going to work. When you first implement it, if you're a club that's already using the iGo360 software, you'll implement the agreement as either a required agreement for all of your members or not. And if it's required and a member does not have the agreement signed yet, they'll have an asterisk by their name, as you see here. And so your process to add it will just keep an eye out when people scan in and then have them sign it when they come in. So you simply click their member name. You'll see we've added a new tab to the member record called Agreement. Click Agreement, and then simply add the agreement. Here we have the agreement named Waiver, and we'll have them sign it. So a signature block comes up when it's to sign it, and you can use, if you have a touch screen, you can use a touch screen and draw a signature in there, or draw it with a mouse from an iPad or an iPhone. You can capture the signature there too, and then email the agreement or print the agreement. I'll select print the agreement so we can see it. Click the OK button, and it generates the agreement. Had it been the email button had been checked, the member would also receive a copy of that. So you'll see this in case we have a Wellsion membership agreement here, and I just simply inserted the data fields for the member name, Jimmy Weekly. His address is pulled in. There's no phone number, and then it has other information on here that can be captured and inserted in there just by setting up that insertion field with the agreement. It will include his signature. It just hasn't captured it on this form, and it's been saved and sent to them. It's that simple. When you go through a new member sign up, your new member sign up works exactly how it does now. Everything about it is exactly the same. And so, for example, if you want to, well, it's just exactly the same. So when you conclude the sign-up process, you'll have taken their payment, they'll be a member, and then it will drop you onto this agreement screen. And so you can have the member simply click Add the Agreement. It'll capture all the data fields for the member, and then you can add that agreement to the member record by having them sign it. So I think after you get it implemented on new member sign up, you'll probably migrate to the point where using an iPad or some other type of device like that, when you're giving an orientation to a member, filling out their information as you go along, and then when you've consummated the sale, you'll just simply finish inputting their payment information, add the agreement, and have them sign it. And you can completely eliminate the need for paper at that point. And that's it. That's really it in a nutshell on how to add an agreement with a signature to a member record. Now I'll touch briefly on how to set it up. To set up an agreement, you go to your OE tier, you click the club button to view all the clubs in your OE tier, then jump down to your club. Under the settings tab, you'll see where we've added a section for agreements. And so when you click Add Agreement, and there may be some facilities that might have a separate waiver from a contract, or a separate type of agreement for personal training services, or whatever it is, you can add as many agreements here as you want, which will appear in that drop down at the club level to add them to a member record. But to add it, you would click Add, and it would bring up this form, and you name your agreement. Here you upload the form. If it's a Microsoft Word document, you would have this, and to grab the data fields, you put in the member name data field as it appears here in this list of data elements that you can use. You can designate whether the agreement's active or inactive. You can make it required for a member, the primary or all members, and then you might require it for a prospect. So that would just mean that it's required for all members or all prospects. And then it's allowed to expire. So at the end of the agreement term for a particular member, the agreement that you have signed for them expires, and if they sign another membership where an agreement is required, they would be required to sign a new agreement. So anyway, once you take your Microsoft Word form of your agreement with the appropriate data fields inserted into it, and all you do is you save it right here and you're done. That agreement is now available for you to assign to members and have them execute it and store it. Hope you're as excited about this feature as we are. I think it's going to be a real handy feature for you to have. If you have any questions or suggestions about it, feel free to email us and we'd be happy to respond with more details. Again, this should be available by the end of the summer, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.